Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I am going to take you through the entire process of styling my entryway console. Brandon is here, and by the way, I'm just gonna put the disclaimer out now. We have house guests and my kids are about to wake up too, so if you see them or hear them, deal with it. I wanted to decorate this with you because I know that I talked about like taking you guys through the process of like decorating rooms. I showed you Margot's room. We are still working on Sebastian's room. His bed is actually getting built today, his new one. But anyway, we're gonna do the entryway today. What we have going on right now is just the console, which I need to dust. We have this round basket here, an empty vase, and this circle mirror. I did have some decor on it at one point, but I wasn't happy with it. So today, that is what we are going to work on. So I've not used a wet product to dust this before. I've always just kind of wiped it dry because I'm afraid that I'll destroy it. We're using this 7th generation wood cleaner on here. I'm terrified it's going to destroy the table, so Brandon's doing it just in case it doesn't work out. And while you do that, I'm going to take this stuff here. While Brandon's cleaning that off, he's so helpful, I'm going to explain to you my vision for this space. I am really inspired with home decor by Studio McGee. I love interior design, but I don't necessarily think I always have the eye. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Studio McGee's vibe, Amber Interiors, a couple other people I follow on Instagram. Like, I love the whole mixing of like vintage looking or vintage things with like new and modern. So like this table is brand new and it looks modern, but then we're going to incorporate some textured things just so that it doesn't look brand spanking new. So the first thing, will you help me, is taking this down. I think it's just as simple as pulling it off. We've got to get rid of that. What I'm putting in its place is a big white canvas. My taste in art is evolving, and Brandon and I are both into wanting to have really nice art pieces in our houses, but this console is up for change at any point, basically. I don't know if I want to invest a lot of money into art for this particular part of my house. I'd rather do it like in the living room, in our bedroom, or somewhere else. So what I did was make my own plaster style white painting, and I can put some here to give you an idea of like what I was thinking. Basically, I went to HomeGoods, I found a huge canvas that had a frame on it because framing canvases can be very expensive. If you buy a piece of art like the one that I'm about to put on here and it's professionally done, it can cost hundreds if not thousands of dollars. I'm not doing that. So I went to HomeGoods, I found a large canvas, I painted over it myself, and I made it look kind of how I want to. I feel like if I did it over again, I would do a lot of things different. I don't love it, but it will work for now. And I'll insert some of that footage here. So I'm not someone who likes DIY, like I'd rather just go buy something, but sometimes DIY is necessary because things cost too much money and it's not worth it. I'm down for buying things for this house, but what I'm not down for is paying exorbitant amounts of money for things that may not stay forever. So today we are going to be DIYing this. I'm going to paint over this canvas. I'm going to rub and buff the frame so it's this gold leaf color instead of the silver, and then I'm going to paint over it white. I'm gonna give it texture with the modeling paste and the paint brushes and this little thing that I thought would put some really cute lines into it. And then I'm just going to, like I said, gold leaf the frame with the sponge brushes. Absolutely no clue what I'm doing, but that's part of the fun. Hopefully this will turn out how I want it to. So what you can't see when the camera's not up close is all these intricate little lines and things in it. You won't be able to see through it because once I'm done, I'm gonna paint over it, but the texture of all these different lines and things will show underneath the white paint, and I think that that's what's gonna look really cool. Okay, so we are done. There's a few things that if I was doing this over again, I would do differently. One, I think I got a little too happy with squeezing the modeling clay out. It's best to leave it thin, like when I was still timid in this corner and was doing thinner paint because it's easier to work with. Over here, as you can see, I got a little happy and was squeezing it a little too tight. The stuff dries super fast, so I wasn't able to get it off quickly. But what I was able to do was just go over it and make fresh lines. Okay, so we are many hours later into this project. I wanted to find the brightest white paint that I could find. So this is it. And I'm just gonna cover it. So I don't want it centered. I want it to the left a little bit, like right here maybe, but up. Yeah, like right there is good. That looks really good. I mean, it's homemade, but it's fine. I love these swirls, and when you're looking at it like straight on, it looks really cool. So there's that. Okay, let's do the mirror. The fear that I have right now is that it's gonna be broken. It doesn't even say fragile on the outside. Oh, it's perfect. I was so scared it was gonna be broken. I don't know why, but that was like crippling me. Do you think this is gonna just stand up here and not fall?
Yeah, just angle it.
This is heavy. Oh yeah, you're right, Brandon. This is pretty sturdy. Like, this is fine. Let me give you a more straight on looks. This is the vibe that I'm going for. Do you like it, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's all gonna look really good when it's done. Now moving on to greenery, because this needs color. So this is the bunch of greens. It's like eucalyptus, some plain branches, some kind of berry looking thing over here. These are all from Hobby Lobby. I just found something that I thought would look really pretty, and I'm just gonna quickly arrange them in this vase. I also picked this up at Hobby Lobby. They have a lot of different kinds of vases that I really liked. Some cement ones and just some that you don't typically see in like everyone else's house. I really like that. To dress the rest of this, I still need to go to the print shop and get what's going into the picture frames, but I'll at least set the picture frames right now, and then in a few minutes you will see, after I go pick them up, what it's gonna look like when it's all finished. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you watch 2 videos to see the end of this. So the first picture frame I'm gonna use is this one from Target, and I had never seen one like this where there's no mat, but I think it looks really cool and really modern. Obviously this is not the print that's gonna go in there. You're gonna see how different it looks compared to the other frame that I'm about to use as well. This frame you guys have actually seen before. You would have seen me pick this up in another video when I was thrifting for some like more vintage looking things. I just gold rub and buffed it just to give it a little bit of new life, and this is actually the same color as the gold frame on the white canvas. I had to basically rip out everything that was in here, and it was completely sealed shut. It's an old frame, so I'm gonna have to be like really delicate with it. Horizontal or vertical on these? Or my brain says make it all vertical, but I agree with you. The contrast of doing these horizontal works better. I also wish this was half the size, but it's fine. We're going to do it vertical for now. So in a few minutes you'll see these look a little different because I'll have put the new prints inside of them, but this is the look we're going for. I like that this wood is different than this wood, but it all works together. Some new, some modern with this frame, but some like vintagey looking things with this frame and like with the plaster painting as well. I'm just really liking this at the moment. All right, so now we're gonna work on this down here. And as I've been thinking about this, I don't think I like the idea of having the baskets underneath. I think it's too tall, and having 2 of them would just look way too busy with all of this going on. So I have an idea. We're gonna use these down here instead. I have several of these baskets in my house. They're in my living room, they're in my laundry room. I just love this wicker basket. It reminds me of like the English countryside. And these baskets are from Target, but they look and feel so nice. They're the Studio McGee collab. Of course they are, because everything is inspired by Studio McGee. I think overall this looks better. Let me just stand back and give you a better view. So we've had a little bit of a wardrobe change. It's a couple days later, but I have picked up the print from the print shop. It is right here. I got this print from North and Finch. I found them on Instagram. They have a beautiful selection of art, but this is the one that I selected. It is called Grassland, and I felt like it would be a good addition to the table because of the color, and also I thought it would look really nice in the vintage frame. So this is going to go on the table, as well as this. To you guys watching, it probably just looks like some sort of white plant or sprig on black paper. However, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I cut this myself on my Cricut machine. I think it's kind of cool to be able to utilize some of the things that I have in my home to make personalized art for myself. If you have a Cricut at home, use it. You can do things like this. Choosing to keep this picture frame vertical and the gold one horizontal worked out really well. This picture ended up being horizontal, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it, but I think it looks best in this frame. So as you can see, it's not standing up straight. I'm not sure why, but I have an idea for what I'm gonna put here to help keep that in place. I am going to put these books on this end of the table. I like the difference in height. So this side is very heavy with height, and then it's kind of like a subtle, gradual shift downward, but obviously not having anything here would be an option. The books I'm going to use on my table, this one is called A Life Less Ordinary, Interiors and Inspirations, and this one is called Homebody by Joanna Gaines. I initially wasn't planning to use these books. I already had them, but I realized that both of the colors really coordinate well with what's already on the table. I'm gonna keep the Homebody book on top since this one has a photo on it and that's not necessarily the prettiest thing to look at. I'm just going to stack them like so. And last, I'm going to finish off the table with this small little vase and this little bowl. I think they're just cute little accessories to have. I can switch them out when the seasons change or keep them and just put things in them to match the season if I want to. And yeah, need to take that tag off. So I'm just going to put the little vase right here beside the big one. I don't even think I'm gonna put anything inside of it. I think it's fine just the way it is for now. Then I'm going to put the little bowl right on top of the books. And I think we are done. I was gonna put a candle on this table. I even bought one for it and it's currently on my kitchen table. But honestly, it changed the vibe and it didn't make it look as pretty as I think it is right now. So we're not gonna use it. But here is the completed entryway table. I'm gonna quickly tell you again where everything is from, and I will link as much of it down below as possible. The painting in the back is a Krista Bowman Ruth original. All the greenery is from Hobby Lobby. The white vase is from Hobby Lobby. The small little vase is Magnolia Home. The beige picture frame is from Target, and the print inside is a Krista Bowman Ruth original. The gold picture frame is a thrifted find from the Goodwill. The print inside is North and Finch. The bowl is from House and Hyde. The books are Homebody by Joanna Gaines and Life Less Ordinary. I got that on Amazon. The big mirror behind everything is also from Amazon. The table is the Folsom console table in, I think, charcoal or black. I can't remember what they call it. And that is from Pottery Barn. And the three baskets are from Target. They are the Studio McGee Threshold collaboration. That is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me style my console table. I can't wait to do a few more videos like this because they're kind of fun as I really hone in on my taste in making my house look exactly how I want it to. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.